How's it going, everybody? I'm meteorologist Joey Cragness back with your daily forecast. We have another hail risk for Dallas, Fort Worth, and the surrounding areas in Texas today. A little bit of a lower risk today, but some areas could see some decent-sized hail as we get into this afternoon. Strong wind threat mainly for tomorrow along the Gulf Coast. As that system continues to track off to the east, hail and wind, or wind and tornadoes being the main threat, we could still see some reasonable sized hail out of this system as it goes into tomorrow, and then misspelled Thursday there. Severe potential as that system continues tracking up the east coast. The Ohio River Valley could also see some severe storms as that system tracks up that way tomorrow. A Wednesday or Thursday afternoon there. Looking at what we got going on right now, severe thunderstorm watch just south of DFW. Some strong storms this morning produced some hail just south of Wichita Falls there. And then we have some storms currently ongoing south of the DFW metro out near Waco. We'll probably see some storms build back in after this morning convection moves out, so we could see some stronger storms pop up in central Texas and then make its way towards the east there after this first little line moves out of the way. And then further up north, a few of these stronger cells producing some hail. Looks like we got a couple of stronger cells popping up just north of Lubbock out there. So we'll be keeping an eye on all of those as we go into this afternoon. Around the rest of the country, though, some rain pushing its way into or out east. We have this little bit of a trough sitting over the Great Lakes region, and then some cooler air filling in from the Rockies. So pretty active right now, and it'll continue to be that way as we go into the back half of this week. So this is what we're tracking right now, this little short wave that's kicking up those storms right now in Texas and Louisiana today, and then that'll continue to push off to the east tomorrow afternoon, bring some pretty strong wind gusts potentially to Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, and then that'll continue to track off to the northeast as we get later into the week, bringing the east coast possibly some stronger storms. And then we're watching this low pressure system that could bring us some more storms as we get into Sunday and Monday next week. This is what we got for instability as we go into this afternoon. Decent instability just south of that line near Waco right now. That'll continue to build as we get into this evening, looking fairly strong. So instability isn't an issue with the storms today. It's more of a moisture concern with these issues with that cold front that came through not too long ago. So depending on how much moisture we can get with these storms, that'll dictate how strong they actually get. That instability will linger and then build back in to Louisiana tomorrow afternoon and continue to push off to the east as we get into Thursday. Dew points looking fairly good, but they aren't as far north as we would like them to be. We get this little bit of a dry line pushing through. That contrast between the high dew points and the low dew points isn't super sharp right now, so it's not going to be a nice, clean convection day like we see typically with dry lines. It's going to be a very messy, convective day both today, tomorrow, and Thursday, looking like potentially. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge mapping some of these storms because they're going to be all over the place, not have too much organization going on, but that the conditions are there for some stronger storms today through Thursday. Looking at the significant hail model, see this nice little bubble pushing up into central Texas that'll continue to build as we get into the evening. Weaken a little bit as we get into tomorrow morning into Louisiana, but that hail threat is still there ahead of that main line that's expected to come through Louisiana tomorrow around midday and into the afternoon tomorrow. Looking at our future radar here, some stronger storms in Mississippi, Texas, starting to build up into the more discrete cells, looking like we could see some stronger, the stronger hail threat with those discrete cells. So like just to the east of San Angelo there, near Waco, could see some storms. The largest hail threat likely going to be in the central Texas area with those discrete cells. We could see some stronger storms pop up in the Panhandle as well, just depending on how things play out and if that this morning convection that we have, how much that impacts things going into the afternoon and evening hours. Then we'll see this just massive storm system start to build up into the overnight hours and early morning hours tomorrow, pushing through Shreveport. Looks like they could see some fairly strong wind gusts tomorrow, but focusing on the hail right now for today, this is what we got. A pretty large area of Texas has that threat for 2+ inch hail with that hatched risk area that we have right now. Looking at the cities, got Dallas as a high threat. The models haven't really been picking up on storms moving over the DFW metro, but they do have the best conditions out of anywhere in this risk area to see large hail, next to Waco being another high threat area, but then Shreveport, San Antonio and San Angelo on the lower threat there, and Houston looking more like a wind threat for them today. And then this is what we got for our wind threat map here, stretching into the far western portion of Mississippi, Shreveport, Dallas, San Antonio, and San Angelo, all with the moderate risk level for damaging wind gusts. Houston, they do have a chance depending on how much convection gets going over them. The conditions are favorable for some stronger storms out there, but it's just a matter of if we get any storms in that area. So this is what we got for our max hail size today. Expecting up to tennis balls. Maybe we'll see a baseball or two, but tennis balls seems like the most reasonable expectation for that maximum hail size with some of the storms today. And then this is what we got for tomorrow's hail threat. That risk area shifts off to the east. Louisiana right now, kind of the main area, pretty much the entire state with that hail risk. Looking a little bit closer in, Shreveport looks like, again, with that morning convection, we could see some hail out of that, some damaging wind gusts as well. Tomorrow, looking, like I said, more like a wind and tornado threat day. So we do have this darker blue in there to signify that. So 74 to 95 mile an hour wind gusts possible for Shreveport and New Orleans tomorrow. And then that wind threat extends all the way into Alabama and far eastern or far western Georgia for tomorrow. So pretty wide or pretty large risk area for tomorrow. We'll see this convection push off to the east fairly quickly, maybe get some individual cells popping up just south of that line. That's where that hail potential really is, but mainly a wind threat with this. And then we should see another line or some convection popping up behind that system, that little wave as well, as we get into the afternoon and overnight hours tomorrow. Then this system will continue to track off to the east-northeast, impacting Georgia, parts of Florida, South Carolina, and then parts of the northern Great Lakes region. They could see some severe weather as well on the north end of this storm. But details will become a little bit more clear as we get into tomorrow afternoon and evening with some of the model updates that we'll have coming out. So we got for the risk area for Thursday, like I said, all the way up into Ohio, all the way down to south of Jacksonville there. So a pretty large risk area again as the system is tracking off to the east and impacting the east coast there. So on Friday we could see this risk area shift a little bit farther up to the northeast or just it'll move off the coast completely, but that's still up in the air right now. So if you're interested in learning more about us, go ahead and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Or if you're interested in purchasing a plan, go ahead and scan that QR code up above me, or give us a call at 855-334-4245. Email us at info@hailtrace.com, or check out our website at www.hailtrace.com. That's it for now. I'm meteorologist Joey Kragnes. Thanks for watching.